Vietnamese activists in Vietnam. From Saigon to Hanoi, Vietnamese activists are inspired by your struggle. We love you. We love Hong Kong. What do we want? Freedom. What do we want? When do we want it? When do we want it? Now! We hope that you will succeed in this struggle. And we also hope what happened here today Hong Kong, tomorrow Vietnam. Long live democracy!
Ladies and gentlemen, please give your round of applause to the great video and the young leaders who have participated and worked so hard for what they're doing in Hong Kong. Kính thưa quý vị, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together for the next person, Mr. Gabriel Love, the president of Hong Kong Forum.
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak Vietnamese. As a representative of one of the organization of Hong Kong people living in Los Angeles, it is really encouraged and very grateful to see a lot of support from another community. I understand that Hong Kong may be quite remote to some of you, but at this point, we need any support that we can get. So, very thankful that you guys come out. Give yourself a big round of applause, please. I'm sure the students and all the protesters in Hong Kong will be even more encouraged once they find out that thousands of miles away, there are a group of 500-600 of people in the middle of the night coming out to support them. I think at this point I would like to just share a few things about the movement, knowing that today Hong Kong, tomorrow Vietnam. Hopefully some of these insights can inspire you guys. I think first is that the movement was really self-propelled. Most of the protesters and the students are not organized by any group. Each one of them, deep in their heart, feel that at this moment, we need to step out now and voice out our demand. If not, there will be no tomorrow. There will be no more chance. So ask yourself, how much are you willing to do? How much are you willing to sacrifice to take that next step? So self-motivated is the first thing. Second thing is, because it is a self-motivated movement, there's really leaderless. There's no leader. When the government wants to talk to some of the politicians or some of the student leaders to tell them, oh, please tell your protesters to go home, the politician said, I can't. I didn't ask them to come out. They just came out on their own. Same thing for the student leaders. The student leader said, I cannot ask them to come home, to go home. We came out, we have one demand, which is true election. If you give us true democracy, true election, everyone will go home. So without a leader, that makes the government, especially a communist party controlled government, that much more difficult to try to destroy the movement. And the third thing that I would like to share tonight is that non-violence is the key. In the beginning of the movement, there are many people in Hong Kong doubting whether this movement can succeed or not. Maybe it will last just 1 or 2 days, maybe at most a week. People need to go back to school, go back to work. But what they didn't count on was, once the police turned violent, a lot more citizens comes out. A lot more citizens find out that, oh wow, if today this happened to the students, tomorrow it may happen to me. So being non-violent, just letting the police do their dirty work, actually encourage a lot more people to join you. So again, thank you for coming out tonight. I hope that whatever you can learn from the student movement in Hong Kong can one day apply in your home country. Thank you.
Once again, please give your round of applause to Gabriel Law, the president of Hong Kong Forum.
Và sau đây chúng tôi xin mời dân cử ông Alan Lowenthal, dân biểu liên bang.
We would like to invite Congressman Alan Lowenthal to the stage.
Chúng tôi cũng xin mời thị trưởng thành phố Westminster, ông Tạ Đức Trí.
We would like to invite Mayor Tạ Đức Trí.
Chúng tôi cũng xin mời bà nghị viên thành phố Westminster, bà Diana Carey.
As well as Councilwoman Diana Carey.
Và ông Sergio Contreras, nghị viên thành phố Westminster.
As well as Sergio Contreras, City Council member of Westminster, to have a few words, and then next we will have the next group come up.
Thank you. I'm Congressman Alan Lowenthal, representing the cities of Westminster and Garden Grove and the Vietnamese American community. I am so pleased that so many people here are here to show solidarity and support for their brothers and sisters who are fighting for democracy in Hong Kong. What this demonstrates is those of us here that know that democracy does not exist in Vietnam are saying that not only are we going to fight for democracy and human rights in Vietnam, but we are going to offer support for all democracy and freedom throughout the world. And I'm so pleased to show support with all of you and to be in solidarity as we stand with our brothers and sisters in Hong Kong, asking for the same rights that people in Vietnam are denied. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman Alan Lowenthal.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tree Tall Mayor of the City of Westminster. I'm so happy to see you all coming out today, especially for the young people, to support the student fighting Hong Kong for a free election. And I am standing with you. Freedom is never free. We have to fight for it, and we continue to fight for it. Kính thưa tất cả quý vị lãnh đạo tinh thần các tôn giáo, quý vị trường thượng cùng tất cả quý đồng hương, chúng tôi hôm nay rất là vui thấy được giới trẻ tại miền Nam California đã ý thức được tình hình dân chủ tại Hồng Kông. Các sinh viên Hồng Kông đã phải xuống đường hơn 3 tuần qua để đòi hỏi cho cuộc bầu cử tự do. Và sinh viên tại miền Nam California, các bạn đã ý thức được thế nào là lá phiếu, thế nào là tự do. Chúng tôi hãnh diện và các bạn đã tổ chức buổi thắp nến ngày hôm nay. Chúng ta hãy tiếp tục ủng hộ các anh em sinh viên tại Hồng Kông, cũng như tiếp tục ủng hộ tất cả các phong trào dân chủ đòi nhân quyền tại Việt Nam. Một lần nữa cảm tạ tất cả quý vị.
Cảm ơn tại thị trường Tạ Đức Trí. Kính thưa quý vị, chúng tôi là Sergio Contreras, nghị viên thành phố Westminster. Tối nay tôi rất vui đến đây ủng hộ quý vị. My name is Sergio Contreras, councilman for Westminster, and I am very excited and to be here tonight. Not only to show our support for the Hong Kong people, but also to celebrate this human spirit that yearns for freedom and democracy. That same spirit that gives us the courage to fight, not only for ourselves, but others abroad. And together we will win. So I know today is only a dream, but I see the possibility that someday Hong Kong will be free, and so will Vietnam, and so will the world. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Diana Carey from Westminster. I just want to say it's an honor to be here with you tonight and for you to be showing your solidarity with the very, very brave young people over in Hong Kong. And as wonderful it is for you to be here this evening, I have one request, and that is that if you can vote, you need to be registered and you need to vote in every election. We need to exercise democracy here. They are fighting for it. They are getting beat up and attacked for democracy. It's really important that you, in your heart, show solidarity with them by registering to vote and knowing the issues, and not just today, but in every election. So I want to thank you again all for coming out, and it's just really very heartwarming to be here with you. Oh, and if you haven't signed my umbrella, you need to sign it.
Thank you, Congressman Alan Lowenthal and the City of Westminster elected official. Next up, we would like to come to the side, the left side of the stage, while the next performer, to change the program a little bit, to make it a little bit lively, we would like to bring up the Garden Grove Mayor Bruce Broadwater, and the City Council members are present to here with us today.
Chúng tôi xin mời ông thị trưởng thành phố Garden Grove, ông Bruce Broadwater và bà Dina Nguyễn, nghị viên thành phố Garden Grove.
Thank you for letting me be here tonight. It's a pleasure to see the students out doing exactly what they're trying to do. As a young private in the United States Army, I served in Berlin before the wall was put up. That's a long time ago. I never believed that wall would ever come down in my lifetime, but I saw it come down. And it came down not because of some army fighting or something. It came down because people were tired of the wall. There was no leadership there or anything else. They just started chipping away at that wall, and finally that wall came down and the government couldn't do anything about it. I think we should support the students in Hong Kong because it's the same situation. Pray for the students. Pray hard for the students. And as the council lady from Westminster said, vote. Voting is a big thing, and don't take it for granted. Tomorrow is the last day you can possibly register to vote in this next election. I thank you for having me tonight, and keep it up the good work, and it will happen. It will happen. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. And next, we would like to welcome Mr. Bảo Nguyễn, the Garden Grove Board of Trustee member. Quý vị, chúng tôi xin mời giới thiệu quý vị anh Nguyễn Quốc Bảo của Ủy viên Hội đồng Giáo dục của khu Garden Grove lên sân khấu có đôi lời với chúng ta.
Xin kính chào quý vị, tôi là Nguyễn Quốc Bảo, Ủy viên Giáo dục Hội đồng học khu Garden Grove. Brothers and sisters, especially the young people, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I will tell you, Joshua Wong was 17. He's 17 years old. He can't even vote yet. And he is fighting, putting his life on the line for freedom and democracy in Hong Kong. He is the leader of hundreds and thousands of people in China. If China can have a democracy, you bet Vietnam can have a democracy. Is that right? Is that right? I am so proud to stand here with you all today as a refugee that was born in Thailand. Our parents escaped communism. Why? For this country. Because that country, Vietnam, was not so good to them. The government was not good to them. And we have an opportunity here in the United States of America to practice, to make sure that we exercise our right to vote. And that not only do we exercise our right to vote, but that we make sure we have the right choices. So be sure to vote and make sure you tell everybody to vote. And never forget where you come from. Freedom for all.
Thank you anh Bảo Nguyễn. Kính thưa quý vị,
Chúng tôi xin mời ông nghị viên Chris Phan của thành phố Garden Grove và ông Jose Solorio là chủ tịch Đại học Cộng đồng Rancho San Diego.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome council member of the city of Garden Grove, Chris Phan, and the president of Rancho Santiago Community College, Jose Solorio.
Kính thưa quý bác, quý chú, con rất hôm nay hân hạnh tới đây đại diện thành phố Garden Grove, nhưng mà có rất nhiều em trẻ hôm nay, thành ra cho anh xin nói vài tiếng Anh ha, để cho mình dễ hiểu hơn. Và nếu mà cái message này có thể mà broadcast bên Hồng Kông đó, mấy người bên kia sẽ có một cái rất là ủng hộ mình có hôm nay. So a few words I want to say in English. It's so important that we remember how vital freedom is. And these brave young people over in Hong Kong is doing what we should be doing. That's stand up for Vietnam. And I'm so honored and proud that you guys are here tonight. Because today, Hong Kong, tomorrow, Vietnam. If you think about it, freedom is kind of like a torch. It's like a fire, and it spreads. And once it spreads, it ignites, it gets larger and larger. And so we as the next generation, after our forefathers have sacrificed so much for us to be here, 40 years of all their hard work, sweat, and tears, we have to carry on that tradition. So you and I, as the next generation, need to stand united. Not only to support the people of Hong Kong for their democracy and freedom, but not only for that, but for the people of Vietnam. So that we and our forefathers did not come here in vain, and all the sacrifices and loss will be in vain. So please, tonight, and for the future, always remember the importance of freedom. And we always must carry that on to the next generation. Thank you very much.
Good evening, my name is Jose Solorio, president of the Santa Ana College, as well as Santiago Canyon College. Tonight is a Sunday night. We could be home doing a lot of other things. I'm here for the students. Let's give a big shout out to all the students from here, from Los Angeles, from all over, UVSA in the house. Woot woot! Woot woot! You know, I myself was a student leader at UC Irvine. I was president of the student government, worked with Project Knock, came here to Little Saigon to do outreach, and I'm really inspired by this sign here that we used to say at UCI as student leaders, if not us, who? If not now, when? Thank you so much for your leadership, students. Thank you so much for your leadership, Vietnamese American community. We want freedom and democracy in Hong Kong, and we want and will have democracy and freedom and human rights in Vietnam as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jose Solorio, and thank you for your donation for tonight's event. Và sau đây để thay đổi không khí, chúng tôi sẽ có tự nhiên có hai cái microphone. Để thay đổi không khí, chúng tôi sẽ có một cái chương trình văn nghệ. Và xin quý vị đồng hương cũng như các bạn trẻ xin ở lại, chúng ta sẽ cùng đồng hành xuống đường để mà ủng hộ cho sinh viên Hồng Kông.
Performers, if you're ready, please give us a thumb up. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still waiting, have nothing to do, please come to the table over there to sign some cards and some message to be brought back to Vietnam. Kính thưa quý vị, nếu mà quý vị có thời gian rảnh thì xin quý vị hãy qua cái bàn bên tay trái của sân khấu. Ở đó chúng em có những cái bức thơ để gửi cho tù nhân lương tâm Đặng Xuân Nhiều.